fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at two Ultra action figures, and for once they're not Ultraman characters. We actually have some aliens slash kaiju characters here, which I think is a lot of fun. Don't see villains a lot in this line. We've had a few over the years. Usually they're kind of like villains that are either like fallen Ultraman or kind of Ultraman adjacent, like Juggler's Juggler. We've seen Belial. I think there was the evil version of Orb at one point. But we're actually getting some aliens in the line, which I think is really fun. So over here, and hopefully I'm saying this correctly, we have Mefilas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I probably aren't. But this is from the Shin Ultraman movie, so you can see kind of a sleeker packaging here. I think it looks really sharp, though, and I think Mefilas actually looks fantastic here. And then over here, kind of in the standard packaging as part of the normal line, we have Baltan. You know, he's a fan favorite. He's very famous in the history of Ultraman with his giant pincer claws. I love him. So these are really fun. I'm excited for these. Like I said, packaging's pretty standard for Baltan over here, but I really do like the Shin Ultraman kind of sleeker packaging. I think that's kind of cool. Now, Mefilas here comes with the Beta Box accessory, which again, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I do apologize. Maybe that makes sense in the context of the movie, but it looks kind of cool. So we have that, and then I don't think Baltan has any accessories over here, but he's got giant pincer claws, so how would he hold it anyway? So in any case, we'll take a look at the back of the packaging here. It says Baltan has 14 points of articulation. I don't see anything on here about how many points of articulation he has, but I'm sure it's very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and get these two out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here they are out of the packaging, and honestly, I love both of these. I think these both came out fantastic. So first we'll take a look at Mefilas. Hopefully, again, I'm saying that correctly. But I just really like the design of this guy's head. It's very strange, but it's very sleek. I love the kind of blue visor eyes that he has. Nice yellow paint for the face. Really nice silver paint here all the way down the front on the sides. And just kind of all the texture. Like his legs are really, really neat. All this texture that just kind of goes all the way around. He just really, really looks cool. So articulation-wise, there's nothing in the head. He does have a hinge out to the side for the shoulder as well as a rotation. He's got a bicep swivel. Pretty much 90 degrees there in the elbow. Then he's got a wrist swivel, and then he's got the kind of two sets of fingers thing that these all have, which I don't really love. I feel like, you know, that time has come and gone. I feel like they could be doing something. At this point, I guess it's just for consistency, but I feel like they could do something better than this old weird gimmick here for the fingers. Nothing in the waist. You do have nice kick out to the front, kick out to the side. Can't really go back all that far because he does kind of have a butt flap there. You do have a bend 90 degrees in the knee. Unfortunately, no thigh swivel. You can't even really, like, he has kind of just a hinge there, so you can't really, like, if it had a ball joint, you might be able to move it back and forth, but there's nothing in the thigh there, unfortunately. Knee we did already, and then you have a ball joint for the ankle. But I don't know. He's just very sleek. He's very cool. I like him a lot. I really do like the design. He's just really fun. Then we have the Beta Box, which I don't know what this is. It's interesting. You know, not too much to it. I'll be honest, to me it looks like a hoverboard. I'll be honest. Kind of have him stand on this. Let me see. There you go. He's hovering. Now, honestly, like I said, I don't know what this is from the movie. I assume it's important. Can he hold it? Kinda. I mean, not well. Because of those weird hand-finger grasping things. There we go. He can kind of hold it. It's not bad. Let's move on to Baltan. I think they did a really great job with this as well. All of the detail here on the head, I think, looks really good. Nicely painted. He has no movement in the head or neck or anything like that. That's all one solid piece. And you can kind of see some of the screw holes here, which is kind of a bummer. But from the front, he looks really good. Rotation and hinge in the shoulder. Bicep swivel, 90 degrees there in the elbow. He does, of course, have opening and closing pincers because, of course, he has to. Nice little bit of shading up here. I think that looks pretty good. Again, nothing in the waist, nothing in the thigh, but you can kick pretty far out to the side, pretty far forward. Then you have a 90-degree knee bend. And then once again, you have ankles that are ball joints. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Like I said, this line has really never had waist or thigh articulation. It's kind of weird, but I think it's just kind of where they started, and I think for consistency's sake, they've just kind of stayed there. I feel like they probably could have done more over the years, but I guess they wanted to kind of keep the base mold the same. But they're still nice figures. I would say they're like 5.5 inches tall. Let me see if I have something I can compare them to. Here is Rise of the Beast, Voyager, Optimus Prime. So they're kind of the same height as him. I would say Baltan's a little taller over here. So I guess I would say probably 5.5 inches tall if I had to guess. They're not quite 5-inch figures, but they're not really as tall as 6-inch figures. Here is a Marvel Legends Lizard, but he is kind of squat right now. So I would say he's probably a little bit taller. Yeah, I would say 5.5 inches. Here is a 501st Clone Trooper from the Black Series. See if I can straighten him up a little bit to his full height. He's probably as tall as Baltan, but he's a little taller than Mefilas over here. So yeah, I would say, you know, somewhere in the area of 5.5 to 6 inches. They do kind of range. Some of the Ultramen are a little bit shorter. The monsters are a little bit taller, but still really cool. I like them a lot. I guess technically, if you wanted to have like your Power Ranger Lightning Collection figures fight these guys, it would probably work, because as we saw, Baltan's pretty much in the 6-inch area, so that would probably work. But yeah, they're fun. I like them a lot. Like, they could have more articulation, but I feel like getting upset about that, arguing about that at this point, it's just what this line is. So it's not really worth arguing about or sulking about it. But of course, more articulation would always be nice. But the nice thing about these, they're kind of, because of how they're made, or I should say the way the characters look, we don't really need paint on the back. So a lot of times with the Ultramen, you'll see the paint kind of stop at the halfway point, and it's very clear that it should have continued. With these two characters, they don't really need a lot of paint, so they were able to kind of put it all in the front, and it looks good, and it doesn't really feel like anything's missing, which is a nice a plus. So yeah, I'm excited for these. I hope they do more monsters, more aliens and things going forward, because I think it's definitely long past time that this line should be delving into these characters. I mean, it's fun to have a ton of different Ultramen, but you got to have someone for them to fight. And so I think they should really be doing the monsters. Now, I don't know if they'll do some of the larger monsters with tails and things like Gomorrah and that kind of stuff. Maybe they could figure something out. I think it makes sense for them to kind of start with the more humanoid monsters here, but I would love like a Gomorrah or something. Gomorrah. That's Guardians of the Galaxy. Gomorrah. So yeah, and anyway, I'm derailing myself by accidentally referencing Guardians characters. So in any case, I think these are a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but I definitely recommend checking them out, especially if you've been buying and collecting the Ultra Action figure line so far. I think it's, high past time we got some monsters, and these are two pretty excellent ones to start out with. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.